Imagine waking up one morning, casually checking an ancient hard drive you'd long forgotten about, and finding yourself sitting on a fortune. Enough to reshape your life, your family's future, and generations after. Back in 2009, you invested $1,000 you received as a gift from your grandma one Christmas into Bitcoin. You promptly forgot about it. Now, as the year 2024 ends, Bitcoin just soared past $100,000 per coin. Let's start back at the beginning. It's Christmas in the year 2009. The world is still reeling from a massive financial meltdown, and trust in the traditional banking system is at an all-time low. People are searching for alternatives. Among them, a mysterious digital currency called Bitcoin emerges in the darkest corners of the internet, just whispers on tech forums. At the time, a single dollar could buy you well over 1,000 Bitcoins. Convinced by a hunch or maybe sheer curiosity, you take a small gamble. Your grandma just gifted you with $1,000 this Christmas, so you invest it all, knowing you don't really need it for a while. This $1,000 buys you approximately 1,300,000 Bitcoins. To you, it's just a quirky experiment, like buying some obscure comic books and tossing them in the attic. You think to yourself, there's no way this can fail. Time marches on. You forget about that old laptop stashed away in a dusty corner. You move apartments, change jobs, deal with daily life. Birthdays, days, bills, family gatherings, none of it involves Bitcoin. The rest of the world, meanwhile, is waking up to the potential of this digital currency. Years pass and headlines begin to emerge. Bitcoin surpasses $1, then $10, then $1,000. By the time it hits tens of thousands of dollars, it's already the stuff of legend. But you don't notice. Your investment sleeps silently, like a buried treasure chest waiting to be unearthed. Now, zoom forward to the end of 2024. A lot has changed. Bitcoin, after a series of dramatic bull and bear cycles, has finally smashed through the $100,000 mark. Each Bitcoin, once worth fractions of a penny, is now priced like a luxury sports car. It's a figure so large that if you tried to explain it to your 2009 self, you'd be met with disbelief or laughter. You dig through your old belongings, and there's that ancient laptop. With trembling hands, you boot it up. The screen flickers, fans whir, and after a painstakingly long wait, there it is, your Bitcoin wallet file. By some miracle, you still have the keys. You still own 1,300,000 Bitcoins. At $100,000 each, that hoard is worth $130 billion. Yes, billion with a B. Your small $1,000 plunge into uncharted crypto territory has ballooned into a gargantuan fortune surpassing the GDP of some nations. As you stare at those figures, you can't help but think, what now? Your heart pounds. The world is suddenly your oyster. $130 billion seems unreal, even while you focus intently on each comma under the unrealized section of your P and L. After all these years, you've got a second chance, a cosmic-level do-over. But, as anyone who's ever held a massive amount of any asset knows, it's risky to leave all your eggs in one basket. You feel a sudden nervousness set in. You decide to take action. You can do it! To lock in some of these unimaginable gains. You choose to sell half of your Bitcoin, 650,000 coins, at $100,000 each. That single transaction nets you $65 billion in cold, hard cash. Think about that for a moment. You've just turned a humble $1,000 investment into enough money to buy entire city blocks in Manhattan, entire fleets of yachts, or fund a moon colony if you were feeling bold. With that $65 billion, you diversify. You pour capital into high-end real estate, buying luxury apartments in major financial hubs, sprawling estates in picturesque landscapes, and sustainable housing developments that could reshape communities. You invest in cutting-edge tech startups. Maybe you're into AI robotics, maybe you fund green energy projects, or invest in life-saving biotech firms. You place smart bets on blue-chip stocks, and even venture into philanthropic endeavors. You can single-handedly grant scholarships, build schools, fund hospitals, or jumpstart entire philanthropic foundations aimed at solving the world's toughest challenges. Meanwhile, you keep the remaining 650,000 Bitcoins safely stored, just in case Bitcoin's journey isn't over. Who knows? Maybe next year it hits $200,000, or maybe it dips. The point is you've secured generational wealth beyond your wildest dreams and hedged against volatility by turning half your digital gold into tangible investments. Now, imagine your life post-2024. You're not just wealthy, you're among the wealthiest individuals on the planet. Your homes aren't just comfortable, they're palatial. Your travel isn't just first class, you own the plane. Your portfolio is a balanced mix of physical assets, equities, and cutting-edge technologies. You've taken a virtual asset and converted part of it into the ultimate form of security, diversified wealth. People want to talk to you. World leaders might invite you for closed-door meetings to discuss economic policies. Financial institutions who once dismissed Bitcoin might now bow at your doorstep, asking for insights or partnerships. And that's just the beginning. You're not just a player in the game. You're shaping it, influencing which projects get funded, what startups flourish, and which philanthropic missions gain momentum. But it's not all just about luxury and influence. Perhaps you decide to become a major force for good. You fund clean water initiatives, sponsor renewable energy farms, or invest in disease research. With $65 billion in real estate, businesses, and other tangible assets, your legacy is no longer a question, it's a certainty. You have the financial firepower to rewrite the future for countless people. Yet, no fortune is entirely risk-free. Bitcoin at $100,000 is monumental, but what if new regulations come into play? What if competing cryptocurrencies chip away at Bitcoin's market share? By selling half, you've shielded yourself against some volatility. But those 650,000 Bitcoins you're still holding could drop in value if the crypto landscape shifts. Even at these astronomical heights, the rules of investing apply. Never count your chickens before they hatch. Remember the early days? In 2010, someone paid 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. At today's rate, that's like spending $1 billion on a snack. These wild tales highlight the unpredictability of emerging technologies. For every massive success, there are plenty of missed opportunities. You could have sold early, when Bitcoin hit $1,000 and thought you'd scored big. You would have walked away with $1.3 billion, still huge, but nowhere near $130 billion. The lesson is that patience, holding your nerve, and sometimes sheer luck can flip the script entirely. But let's not forget, this scenario is beyond rare. Many who jump into speculative assets lose money or never see this kind of growth. Still, the idea that you were once just a curious investor with $1,000 and now you're orchestrating multi-billion-dollar real estate plays is the kind of real-life fairy tale people dream of. Did you know that as of 2024, an estimated 15 to 20% of all Bitcoins are lost forever due to forgotten passwords, misplaced hard drives, and user error? That means your rare find, remembering your old wallet, makes you even more extraordinary. Another surprising fact, some analysts predicted Bitcoin would fail in its infancy. Had you listened to them, you might have sold out early or never invested at all. This scenario also highlights how digital currencies challenge traditional finance. In 2009, the idea that a cryptographically secured piece of data could hold any monetary value was laughable to most economists. Today, major financial institutions have entire departments dedicated to understanding and investing in crypto. The world changes fast, and fortunes can be made by those who keep their minds open. So here you stand, at the end of 2024, having just sold half your unimaginable Bitcoin stash and investing that wealth into the tangible world, real estate companies, and life-changing initiatives. Would you follow this path? Would you invest in community projects, fund research to save lives, or simply celebrate your good fortune? Tell us in the comments. If you discovered a hidden Bitcoin fortune, how would you spend or invest it? We'd love to hear your plans. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more incredible what-if scenarios, and share the story with friends who need a reminder that sometimes holding on to a wild bet can pay off in the most astonishing ways imaginable.